The most common etiological factor is the psychopathology developmental trauma. This trauma consists of significant physical, emotional, and sexual abuse. It can also be attributed to natural disasters, horrific accidents, and wars. Statistics have said that approximately 90% of individuals who are living with DID have been a victim of childhood abuse and neglect. The abuser in most situations is someone who identifies as an attachment figure, often a parent, a loved one, or someone in authority. It has been seen that females are often more diagnosed with DIDs than males are, primarily due to the fact that females are more often subjected to childhood abuse than males. DID does occur in males, but just not as significantly. The disassociation is a primary defense mechanism in which the individual is protected against the trauma that they have suffered in childhood. DID has developed into a very complex coping strategy for these individuals. Often, people with DID feel alienated, isolated, and lonely, and this is only made worse if there is amnesia when a different alter is taking over. The environment plays a significant role in the development of DID. The negative environment is typically characterized by creating a sense of denial, violating boundaries, reality distortion, paranoia, narcissism, dramatic posturing, which usually serves as the purpose of maintaining the family structure. If a person of authority or attachment is exhibiting these behaviors on a constant basis, it does set up an environment that can propagate DID in abused children. The prevalence of DID is approximately 5% among psychiatric inpatients, and it is around 2 to 3% in psychiatric outpatients, which is often higher seen in adolescents. There is approximately 1% of the general population that have been diagnosed with DID, but studies are starting to show that DID could actually be approximately 7% of the general population, but they just have not been diagnosed. People can be working with the mental health system for approximately 6 to 12 years before they are even diagnosed with DID. It's often misdiagnosed, and it can take a very long time to diagnose. DID really affects every single culture, and individuals with DID can be found throughout the world. Prevalence studies had approximately 232 patients from Argentina, Australia, Belgium, Brazil, Canada, Germany, Israel, the Netherlands, New Zealand, Norway, Singapore, Slovakia, South Africa, Sweden, Taiwan, the United States. This is not something that is just strictly found in one culture. It is affecting many, many people. It does not delineate between anyone. Individuals who have DID are often at higher rates of suicide, and they undergo more self-destructive behaviors. It can lead to an expensive and restricted treatment options, including hospitalization in the severe cases. Some people who are living with DID can unfortunately also turn to alcohol or substance abuse. They're often using these as a tool to separate themselves from the reality that they are in, and also to potentially numb symptoms, especially if one alter does remember the trauma. In one study, it was found that 17.2% of the participants in an inpatient substance abuse treatment program were also living with DID. This creates a very difficult treatment plan for people that have DID.